And you mentioned our mutual friend, Max Kaiser, who famously came on my show in 2013, which is dating me, and was screaming about Bitcoin. I just bought some Bitcoin for about $100, and we were complaining about the lack of liquidity because there was no liquidity back then.
None.
There were no liquidity providers. There was no liquidity pools back then. And it's funny, but there's an old clip on YouTube of Max saying, you know, as soon as somebody starts providing liquidity, this market's going to kick off, which is fascinating. Now, I would go on to have conversations with Andreas Antonopoulos in like 2015, 17, and 19, and he would talk about the future of money, the internet of money. And Mark, this is before that term DeFi was coined. And then we saw, you know, DeFi explode, and the DeFi summer of 2020 was a big event, which caused me to get into this space. But at the same time, Max Kaiser refused to come back on my show. And I'm looking for you, Max Kaiser, by the way.
Come on, Max. Come on, Max. We'll do it together. We'll do it together.
He didn't like it because I was looking at DeFi, and as an old derivatives trader, a fixed income derivatives trader, I looked at it and I was like, wow, look at the total value locked. These young kids are doing the innovations that I felt like we were doing back in the 90s with interest rate swaps and all these complex caps and floors and constant maturity treasuries and all the stuff that I was actually doing. With, you know, Dan Moorhead was in the same place. We've had him on the show at Bankers Trust, and Dan Tapiero was doing business with those guys. And so, you know, I looked at it and thought, wow, look at this amazing innovation. And I started teaching decentralized finance and looking at all these incredible protocols, and the innovation blew my mind. And because of the tokenization, they could do things we could never do on Wall Street. And I embraced it. Tell me about your experience with DeFi and even your investments going forward. What are you looking at? Because you don't strike me as a Bitcoin maxi, even though obviously a lot of your friends are Bitcoin maxis.
No, it's so great. And I love that, you know, you and I are like brothers from another mother almost, in that, you know, we seek truth through dialogue and debate and discourse, right? It's like the greatest thing ever, right? I said, I got paid for 30 years to talk to the smartest people in the world about investing. Like, that's awesome. And I would allocate them capital, and it's just amazing. And you've interviewed some of the leading lights in all of finance. And if you can't learn something, you know, you're not paying attention, which is easy. So you also like to learn. And when you see something that resonates, like you say, you were a derivatives trader, you started, and the idea of humans structuring derivatives contracts versus code, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to think that all of it, like all of Goldman Sachs' structured finance desk, all of it should be on chain. But the Bitcoin maxiers are like, oh, you're a shitcoiner. You're talking about Ethereum and it's a rug. I'm like, guys, okay. Bitcoin, digital gold, perfect store of value, next 5,000 years. It's the base layer. It's money. Right? Money is an asset that exists in the absence of a liability. There's only been one for 5,000 years. That's gold. Everything else is built on top of it. That's why they put gold in central bank vaults. Okay. Yes, Bitcoin will replace that. Good. Awesome. But blockchain has some other applications. Smart contracts are really good. And I do spaces at night, you know, with all these kids. And it's so funny. I'll go on a Bitcoin space and like, get out of here, you shitcoiner. What are you talking about? I own way more Bitcoin than you. Like, that doesn't matter. You have Ethereum and you have Solana and you have the graph. And like, yeah, I made a lot of money on all of those. So sue me. And then I'll go on a Ethereum space and I'm like, get out of here, you Bitcoin maxi. I'm like, I own more Solana than you. What? And so this tribalism is not good. Tribalism is not good. What's good is take an objective look at the data and the tech and build. And to your point, you saw it, you embraced it, you educate, you empowered 1,000 kids to, and what I love about that, there's this great story. I moved to North Carolina and I went to this event, and there's this big self-help guru down here. There are 200 people in the audience, and he says, all right, everyone stand up. All right, raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I will never teach a child to read. No, I'm not going to say it. Like, come on, say it. I will never teach a child to read. She says, okay, good. So why do we have to say that? Says, because everyone in this room has the capacity to build an organization to teach 1,000 children to read. Like, genius, right? Teaching one person about DeFi, good. Empowering 1,000 people to power 1 million people, to empower 1 billion people, better.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.